Hello everyone, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Today we find ourselves in Vernal in Utah. We're driving the Kenworth W900 and I'm using the Retro Paint Schemes DLC, which I'll talk about a little bit in the video. It's going to be a tight left turn here, so we're going to take it as close to the guard shack as we can on the right hand side. Today I'm using a few mods by Zeemods. So at the end of the video I will show you all the mods I'm using. So the truck I'm using is a Kenworth W900 Aerocab sleeper. It's got the Zeemods Cat C15 engine. It's the 500 horsepower, so quite a modest one. I think his engines go up to as far as 800 horsepower. Went for a 500, a bit more realistic for an everyday truck.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
I've got this set up with an automatic transmission, just a bit like a company truck, and we're using the Eaton-Fuller 18-speed. We've negotiated the yard and we're just down at the bottom of the street. Check out those Halloween pumpkins in the field in front. This is a super tight turn here and luckily the car is going to sit there for us, but it's going to be mighty difficult to get this trailer around. Let's just look out the window here and check that we're not going to hit the car. It's going to be close. Yeah, we're good. This is a cool part of the map down here in Utah. I really like this. We're heading up to Riverton in Wyoming and we're taking a fertiliser delivery today. We're going to be getting into the night time, so we'll do a little bit of night driving, and I think what we'll do is we'll pull over somewhere, get some rest, and we will hit the roads during the day. I do enjoy the night driving, but you don't get to appreciate any of this amazing scenery. Hope you guys are having a good week and I hope you had a good happy Halloween. I've recorded this video before Halloween, so my plan is to go away for the Halloween weekend. I've got a party on Saturday and then we're going away to Glasgow on the Sunday. We're going to quite a cool event on Sunday, so if you do follow me on Twitter, and the link's in the description of the video, I'll post some photos of what I get up to on Sunday. I think it should be quite good fun. We've got a big event happening in Glasgow. I'm not attending it, but it's the COP26, the climate change conference. So that's happening, so the traffic and the roads should be interesting. So hopefully we get in and out of there not too bad. One of the things that the SCS do so well is all this construction equipment and showing building works and things like that. I think they do that so good. We're on these really windy roads now. We're just got to watch for this. Looks like a cop passing us. Make sure we give him a wide berth there. Look at this. Look at the sun going down. Doesn't this look wonderful? Look at the graphics on this game. So good. Engine and interior sounds are provided by Zeemods. I'm going to talk about that as we go on. I would highly recommend that you check out his website and check out some of his sound packs. A handful of them are free, and I would say absolutely hop onto his website, get the free ones, and even the paid ones are not that expensive at all. I think the engine sound pack for this was £4, something like that. Really not a lot of money. And all the interior sounds are so good. The sound of the indicator stalks and the brakes going on and off and the air brakes, they're really, really good. And I'll show you them all at the end of the video, show you the order that I have the mods in, and you can let me know if I'm doing it right or wrong. I'm not sure about you guys, but I had an absolutely crazy week at work. It was just full on, and I tend to work fairly long hours as well, and there's parts of my work that I'm very fortunate that I can bring home with me, so I don't have to spend as much time actually in my work, but it leaves me with very little time to make some content like this. And recently I've been fortunate that I've been able to do an American Truck Simulator video and a BeamNG video each week. I know what people say the golden rule of YouTubing is to be consistent and post on the same days, but I just do this for fun, and what I wanted to do with this video was make sure I was happy with it, and I didn't want to rush it out early, so apologies for being a little bit inconsistent with that, but I'll try and do better in the future. So the sun's starting to go down, it's getting darker, we've got our lights on, and we're going to drive into the night for a little while. There's still a bit of daylight, and we're going to try and find somewhere to park for the night, get some rest, and we'll continue the journey tomorrow. We've got plenty of time for this journey, and it's not too far, so we can afford to relax and enjoy the scenery.
Straight.
Okay, we're at the gas station. It seems like a good place to stop, so we're just going to sit over here. We're going to back into one of these spaces behind us, and we'll get some rest for the night. wanted to let you guys know that I'll be posting a video next week to celebrate 3 months of posting YouTube videos to my channel. I'm in the process of putting that video together, and the purpose is really just to take stock of how the last 3 months have gone. When I started a couple of months ago, I literally had no clue what I was doing. The games were fairly new to me, my PC was new, I just recently built it, and I'd never in my life recorded, edited, did voiceover work, or any of that type of stuff before, and so I've learned a ton of stuff in that time. And yesterday I actually watched some of my first videos again, and I could already see and hear the mistakes that I was making, and I've come a long way since that point. I'm certainly not the finished item yet. In another 3 months time, I've hopefully taken another big step forward, and the quality of the videos will have improved. I'm starting to get into installing different maps on American Truck Simulator, and I've had varied success. There's a few that I just can't get to work at all, but one of them that really stands out as one that I think you should perhaps consider is the Australian Outback map. It's really amazing, it's so high quality, it feels like an SCS map. I want to thank Jürgen from Twitter for helping me install the map. There's at least 2 versions out there which apparently claim to be 1.41, 1.42 compatible. The one I tried in the first place simply didn't work, and I was having lots of issues with it. I tried a different version and it was up and running no problem. I recognise this yard with all the tractors. We were up there a couple of videos ago doing the haul, that's where we started. Jürgen helped me set up the profile that I needed, and that's something that I find is a bit of a mystery to a lot of people, especially new to American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator, how to set up these new profiles, so I really appreciate his help getting that up and running. There's a bit of a knack to that. The Australian map, I love the scenery, and I like driving on the left as well, like I do in real life, so that's a good novelty to have as well. I think I'm going to be starting from scratch with that one, rather than going in with a really sort of top-end truck, as much as I like to have a big road train. I think I'm going to start and treat it as a career mode, starting as a company driver, driving whatever truck I'm given and whatever cargo I'm given, and try and make it across the map, which looks pretty big to be fair. And then maybe by that stage we'll have saved up enough money to buy the big road train for future episodes. So that's the plan. Let me know what you think of it, and if you've tried out the map, then let me know if there's any tips or tricks that you have, and if you haven't checked it out, then I suggest you do so. I'll put a link in the description for that. I'm using the latest DLC, which is the Retro Paint jobs, and it's available for American Truck and Euro Truck Simulator. This is what I'm using today on the truck. I thought I'd go for a white aesthetic with a bit of black, and we'd put gold palm trees. They're a fairly simple design. If you want to download the DLC, again it's fairly cheap, I think it was less than £2. You can get it from Steam, or you can check out the SCS website for more details. And I was on one of the live streams, the one that SCS did with Jeff Faviano, and one of the interesting things was that the team did not even visit Wyoming, and they managed to put this together. They simply worked from photos and spoke to people that lived here, got ideas about what content should be in the state and what shouldn't. And look at this, it's so good. I usually chat a little bit about F1 on these videos, and last weekend was the US Grand Prix at the Circuit of Americas in Texas, and the sport, as you might know, has really taken off in the US in recent years, thanks to the fact that the sport is really exciting these days. I think the last couple of years it has got more exciting, and this year in particular, it's going to be a classic, I think. And of course, I think what's helped it in the US is the fact that Netflix Drive to Survive series has really opened up F1 to a much wider audience. Okay, we're going to be taking a right here.
Turn right.
And this looks like a tight one for this big truck and trailer, so we'll just take care here. There's the golden arches. You're never far away from one of those. Put the window down. Have a little look around there. Check no one's coming. You're good. And we'll use a bit of suicide lane just to make sure the trailer misses the curb. The Grand Prix itself was good. Verstappen took pole position, which I didn't think was a given how practice had been. It didn't look like he was the favourite to get pole, but he did. But surprisingly, Hamilton took the lead at the first corner, but a combination of better strategy and better pace by Verstappen allowed him to win the race, but only just. It was very tense, and the last 10 laps were extremely exciting. So if you get the chance to see the highlights of that, then I would recommend you do it, particularly the last handful of laps when Verstappen was running out of tyres and Hamilton looked like he was in a much stronger position. So the next F1 race is the Mexican GP, which is on the 7th of November. It should be really exciting because we're getting towards the end of the season now. In recent years, Verstappen has won there twice, I believe, and I think Hamilton's also won there twice, so I don't think there's a particular favourite for this one. Hopefully the excitement that we experienced last weekend in Texas continues on, and I've got a feeling that there's going to be a bit more drama between those two title rivals. There's got to be some sort of drama coming up soon. Okay guys, we're in Riverton, and I believe we're going to be taking a left along the street here, so this is why I'm in the left hand lane. And these Zeemods Engine sounds sound absolutely wonderful.
Turn left.
Okay, this is our turn off here. We're going to take this left. We'll wait for this truck to pass. He's slowing down. Oh, he's letting us go, I think. Is he letting us go? Yep, he is. Thank you, man. And our drop-off is just going to be along this street and to the left. Let's see where they want it. Well, we had a couple of options, and let's go for the most difficult one. It doesn't look too bad on the map there, just beside a shed, beside a barn. I think we can do that. The other ones look like look a bit simple, so let's just go for this. Oh, okay, this is why it's worth 90 XP. We're putting it in right against that shed there, but the problem is there's a trailer directly in front of it. Okay, well, I've cut this video a little bit because I've tried a few different angles here, and I think the best thing to do is just to try and make it as much of a straight back as possible. Here's the shed we're aiming for, and we're just going to back this up really gently. You can see the trailer, hopefully, in the left hand mirror there, and behind it you can see the line that we're aiming for, and we're just going to try and walk the truck over to it. as best we can. I've got a feeling this is going to take a few cuts. I'm going to try and do this one today from inside the cab to make it a bit more authentic. I know that sometimes I look down the side of the truck, but because we've got the big exhaust stacks here, we can't see anything really down the side, particularly when the trailer gets straight. So I'm going to try and do this as a real truck driver today. The mirrors are set pretty well. I can see quite a lot down each side, and especially the hood mirrors, they're good. But it is not going to be easy. It's so hard to judge, especially when we're coming in at an angle like this. This is probably one of the most tricky backs I've done. Okay, so we're going to pull forward a little bit. And let's try this again. I'm a little worried I'm going to smash my truck off this trailer here as we come in. Let's see what we can do here. Let's pull forward again. Square it up by this lamppost, and this is looking better. I don't think this is going to be a perfect one at all. I think we're just going to get it there or thereabouts. Trailer's getting close. We look pretty good on that side. We're following the line. Are we too close to this thing at the side of us here? I don't know. Okay, a few more pulls forward and backwards, and we've managed to Austin Powers it roughly into position. We're not straight. Let's pull forward a few more times. And not ideal, but you know what? It's green. Let's go for it. As good as it's going to get. Let's unload the trailer and check our scores. So we've driven 482 miles. We got an excellent. 4 hours 16. 67.1 gallons of fuel consumed, and we made over $17,000. Okay guys, as promised, let's have a look at the mods that I'm running. Okay, so here's a list of my mods, and I've got the Zeemods W900 interior and effects sound pack, Zeemods Cat C15 sound and engine pack, I have the Zeemods air fresheners, which I'm not using in this truck. I've got the weather sound and effect mod. I've got the road and wind noise, GPS voice mod, his air brake sound mod, train and crossing sound mod, as well as the rain and wiper sound mod. The improved guardrails as well, which gives that nice chevron painted on the end of them, as you can see there. I've got the Jazzy Cat truck traffic pack, just to give us a bit more variety of the other trucks that are out there. I've got the Jazzy Cat trailer and cargo pack. I've got the Real Tires mod and Real Tires mod trailer edition running. I have realistic headlighting for when I'm driving in the dark. Smarties wheel pack. I've got the Jazzy Cat motorcycle traffic pack. You'll sometimes see bikes on my videos, and I think that's really cool to see that. There's a huge variety of bikes in that pack. I've got the ownable cargo market rework. Got Daniel's random traffic events. I have that turned down because I was finding that that was happening way too often, and I was having to get detoured by several hours sometimes. We've got the AI traffic pack by Jazzy Cat. SISL's trailer pack USA. I've got the icons, which remove some of the SCS graphics from the ground. I'm using the realistic mirror field of view. Realistic truck physics mod as well, which is really good. Real company trailer paint. I don't know if some of these ones down here will interact with one another. I've got real companies, gas stations and billboards, real advertisements and real American gas stations. So that's what I'm running. And then finally at the bottom I've got the municipal police traffic pack and the add-on for it. So that's the mods that I'm using. Let me know if my load order is wrong. Sometimes it's difficult to work out which order to put these things in. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you for coming along with me, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.